Assalamu alaikum everyone. My name is Dr. Ali Hussain Kazim. I'm an assistant professor at the Department of Mechanical Engineering at UET Lahore. Welcome to the second video on quantitative section. So this video will help you prepare for the GRE exam, which is essential to graduate level admission in most universities in US and for the Fulbright Scholarship Program. In this session, we would go over the tips and strategies for the quant section. So there are two types of techniques of taking the test. So the first one is that you take the easy question first. And the second technique is that you don't skip. Every question that appears, you take it as if it would matter, and you don't skip. If you come across a difficult question, you don't push to solve. You just then, once you have given it significant time, you skip it. Anytime you encounter resistance, you mark that question and you walk away. So the first technique is for people who have done a lot of practice and they know what are the difficult questions and what are the easy questions by reading them once. They don't need to solve to come to the position when to know whether they can solve it or not. So the second technique is for beginners, that you attempt every question as if you are seeing it for the first and the last time. So for every question, you have roughly close to between 1.5 to 2 minutes. So give it your best and try to solve it. If you don't, at least try to eliminate few answers. And still, if you cannot get to the right answer, attempt it, mark it, don't skip it. Because there's no negative marking, so choose your best answer. So this is what I mean by marking. So here, these are the 12 questions, and some of the questions you didn't answer, and some of them you answered. And in the answered, like question number 9, you answered it. However, you are not entirely sure whether it is correct or not. You mark it to come back to it later. So this is an good command in which you can tell yourself that which were the questions you were unsure. This is a good way of tracking it. So process of elimination is very, very important. POE is process of ballparking and knowing the trap answer. So questions to all of you is that in February the price of a certain shirt increased by 10%, and in March the price decreased by 10%. What is the new price? In a month, it increased by 10%. In the following month, it decreased by 10%. What is the new price? So the new price is not the same as the original price. Most of the students would go for the trap answer. So let's say if the price was, say, 100 in the first month, so the price was 100 in the first month, it increased by 10%. So 10% increase mean that it increased by 10, so it increased by 10. The new price is 110. So if it decreased by 10% again, so 10, if you take a 10%, 10% on 110, it would become out to be 11. So the new price is 110 minus 11 is 99. So be wary of trap answers. And always try to eliminate the trap answers first and then the other option, because as you keep on eliminating options, the chances of you getting to the right answer increase. And be aware that you know more than you think, because all of you have done this in earlier years. Definitely in class 9 and 10 in the math you have done this, but with proper practice it will all become familiar. So be sure to practice. So how to study? Let the content sink. Slow and steady wins the race. So make sure that every day it's recommended that you allot a certain time in the day, and daily you come back to that time and study it. One advice is that GRE is conducted throughout the day. You can take GRE at 9 or you can take it in the afternoon. So if you're a morning person, try to register for GRE in the morning time. If you're an evening person or afternoon, you register to that time, and make sure that you also practice during that time of the day. So if you're a morning person, give certain number of hours which would help you improve your score. The numbers of hours depends on where you are right now. And how would you know where you are right now? By taking a mock test on ETS website. It has 2 tests which are free of cost, which you can take. Keep one of the tests as a mock-up for your final mock exam, but keep one test to test yourself now. Where are you right now? So if you are below the average, you need a lot of time to improve yourself, and if you're above average or if you're really good, maybe you need lesser time. But make sure to let the content sink. So this is true for math, this is true for the verbal section. So the math, there are 20 concepts, but every question would have 2 or 3 concepts. For you to do well, you need to really know those concepts. So practice a lot. And which books you can use for practice? These are the books that I recommend for you to practice. I've covered them extensively in the video 1 of this series. So do watch that video 1. So quick word on 3 and 4. The third book has a lot of actual ETS questions, and book 4 has a lot of questions which are divided in chapters. So every concept is divided in chapters. So test prep, avoid burnout. You need to enjoy what you read, the math you do or the English you do. So make sure that you make it enjoyable. Maintain a daily routine and use flashcards. This is true for verbal, to memorize words. It is also true for math, that the difficult concepts or difficult formulas that you come across, write them in a flashcard. So now, one thing. This thing is has been taken from Big Book. This is one of the reasons I strongly recommend Big Book, is that if you look at the middle column of quantitative ability, it has 2 sections, section 2 and section 4. So every book that is there would tell you what is the right answer. So let's say question number 6 in section 2, question number 10 has the answer D. Every book would tell you. But next to D it is written 83 percentile, which means 83% of the people got this question right. Now if you go down and look at question number 30, the answer is D, and 36% people did it right. So if you use Big Book, it would help you compare yourself with other people. Suppose you're not getting a question right, maybe it's too difficult that you're not getting it right. So thank you. With this, we come to the end of the session. I hope you found it to be useful. Please remember to check out other videos in this series.